nu știu, eu... No, bine, hai că ne auzim că m-am băgat aici, bine? Aici. Nu știu ce vorbește așa, era foarte supărat, nu știu ce că el. Eu n-am treabă, numai să nu... Pe mine n-are cum să fie supărat, că numai l-am popat în cur de când... Treaba lui. Draga mea, eu nu pot să-mi trăiesc viața mulțumind pe toată lumea care are probleme la mansardă, da? Eu nu... Din moment ce n-am nimic cu omul și nu i-am făcut nimic și n-am vorbit nimic cu el, numai ceau, ce faceți bine, ceau, n-are de ce să fie supărat pe mine. Îi bătrân, îi deluzional, nu, asta e. Mai întâmplă. Se mai plântă. No, lasă-mă, pula mea să ascult pe Endymion ăsta meu, să vedem ce zice.
Dark fantasy at all really until the last 2 hours of the game. Yet when you place this up against what the original Origins team believed who the game was made for, well, I'll just let them speak for themselves. Again, this clip I'm going to show you has Mike Laidlaw, who led Dragon Age Origins, saying who the target demographic for Dragon Age was.
Designing combat isn't just about, you know, rules and a couple of animations. It's about the entire experience as far as I'm concerned. When a player comes out of a combat, what I really want is that sense of tension and then that release of, man, look at what I just pulled off, that sense of orchestrating something. I don't want to make a game that just softballs and you're like, oh yeah, I killed that guy again. No, I want you to feel challenged and like you were rewarded for playing smart. For me, one of the most exciting parts, I think, will be the war stories. You know, the forum posts, the water coolers. People even on the team are already discussing ways they dealt with boss X, and that's pretty cool and very rewarding because it feels like the game was one that they
talk about bosses all the time in Belgrade.
Dragon Age is a big game, and while that's a great value for the consumer, it's a giant pain in the ass.
There was a lot of long nights, a lot of hard crunch, but I mean, when you're working on something that you love, you don't really mind so much.
Working with our team was awesome. I mean, everybody put in 110%.
You don't have to cry for them.
At our peak, we were around 150 people, but we really came together as a team. And it doesn't really matter anymore if you're a programmer or you're an artist. It just matters that you want to make the best thing possible.
I think one of the greatest challenges was understanding that our audience has grown up. The industry as a whole is older. It's not this thing relegated to kids anymore. And understanding that what we almost had was a mandate to
definitely
sure
not for kids. Definitely not for kids.
In some ways, we felt like we were.
They might get a boner.
To prove ourselves.
Better cut off their dick quick.
I don't know. That was something that was very exciting.
Dragon Age is a funny game in some respects because it's something that you're not going to understand the breadth of it and the scope of the world until you sit down and you actually find yourself in the middle of it and then you'll be like, wow, there's so much here.
Dragon Age is a universe that has a story that spans thousands of years. Dragon Age Origins takes place over maybe a year, maybe 2 years at most, depending on how exactly you're playing it. So as you can imagine, there's hundreds and hundreds of additional stories to tell in this same space. And I think you're going to see a lot more coming from us soon.
Oh, fuck.
And as you just heard, he said it plain as day. The audience has matured. They want dark fantasy. They're not interested in baby Disney fantasy. Yet instead, the trap we got now is like if you took a Gothic castle and you wrapped it in bubble wrap and put the large edges and surfaces, so that nothing can hurt you or challenge you or make you feel anything. Because you're not allowed to let it do anything out of your comfort zone in this game. For God's sakes, the game takes place in the Tevinter Imperium of all places.
She still didn't smile.
Did you know that Tevinter has been well documented for being a place that practices slavery openly within its society?
HP, oh my...
But Tevinter mages also regularly utilize magic that is forbidden in other parts of Thetis, like blood magic, for example, in public. Tevinter is meant to be this extremely dark and awful place for anyone who isn't the ultra-wealthy or magically gifted. And if you're an elf especially, you are treated like you are less than the dirt on the ground. The Tevinter mages literally destroyed the elves by using magic that they were given access to by the old gods. Yet when you play Vilgard, none of this will come across to you because Tevinter is just like a more bland version of Dishonored Dungeon. With none of the edge or character that you've been promised, I hate that the game opens up with what is objectively such a cool shot of Rasmus in Tevinter, like you're in awe. And then you're thinking for maybe a second that Dragon Age could be back, and then it all comes crashing down. And these journalists are morons, because even the game directors out here are thinking that Dragon Age Veilguard sucks. Like Thomas Mahler of Moon Studios. This is a bit ago, but I never got around to covering it from Park Place, and it's titled, Moon Studios CEO describes Dragon Age the Veilguard writing as infantile and terrible. Here's what Moon Studios CEO and creative director for No Rest for the Wicked said about
fucking
Veilguard
retarded,
via
that's what it
Twitter,
is.
and I quote, I grew up in the 80s, even as a young boy back then, I always...
It's a disgrace for LGBT people, it's a disgrace for trans people, it's a disgrace for homosexuals. I personally know trans people that play games, a trans person actually that plays games, and played Veilguard, and she felt like shit because it had such narrow mind and in your face messaging. You shouldn't do that in their faces. You should have a smart story with a bit of sadness, with a bit of hyping. You know, like in anime when there is this guy where he's abandoned and then finds a team. And there is a guy, there is a bad guy, there's a good guy. The good guy is not powerful enough to face the bad guy. The good guy finds a team that helps him find himself. And in the end, after he defeats the bad guy, he says, "Oh my God, I'm non-binary." But he doesn't say I'm not. He doesn't say that. He doesn't. It doesn't need to say that verbally. To say I'm non-binary. That's not good. That's not good writing. That's just writing something on the paper. I'm non-binary. That's it. Just deal with it. Just throwing hot potatoes. Tash with her mom. So I'm non-binary. Oh, okay. Well, that's something. I just sat down. What the fuck? The meme with Peter Griffin. It's so fucking funny. But if you write a story with a clever outcome, with a clever conclusion, that it has some a bit of drama, some tensing, some suspense, and everything what you expect from a good story, because the gameplay sucks. I played the game. It sucks ass. It's just dodge, repeat, dodge, repeat, more HP. It's just a basic RPG game. It's more like a phone game than a PC game, to be honest. I think Wuthering Waves has immensely more complex combat than Veilguard. I mean, only the fact that you can switch characters, already Genshin is cooler than Veilguard, to be honest. It even has elemental reactions. It matters if you freeze somebody and then you hit them with fire, it will melt. It will increase damage taken. It will do all kind of cool effects, and you get that. You get that. You put each character in a party like you do with this. You see, we have three characters in a team. Of course, this is not Genshin. It won't affect if this is Ice and this is she's Havoc. It won't affect in an elemental state, but it will affect the outros. Kuro games make much more action, spectacle fighter. They're not so focused on the elemental side. It's just that some bosses are weaker to certain elements, but the real deal with the synergy between characters is this intro and outro. So, for instance, if you play with this new waifu with Camellia, attack the target dealing havoc damage equal to 30% of Camellia's attack. After acting for skill Ephemera, the next outro skill deals additional havoc equal to 450. So she's an attacker. She's a DPS. The only thing she does is damage. She doesn't buff anybody. She doesn't help anybody. She helps the team by doing a lot of damage. But it's the job of these other two to I keep her because I like her voice actress, not because I really need healing, but it's nice to have her as a healer. She's a crazy good healer. But Sanhua has a synergy with Camellia because the outro, when you have full concerto, and when you can switch, I'm making a fucking guide now, but when you switch to Camellia from Sanhua on full concerto, you will get this buff, which is a lot of damage. Of course, it's just 14 seconds, but 38% basic attack damage for Camellia is no joke. Of course, you're not locked with Sanhua. You can always pick Dungeon, for example, which has a different role, like buffing the shit out of the incoming. Did I switch her? Yes, I switched her. She buffs havoc damage. That's the idea. So even if Velgar had this, in which I could switch characters, I can switch to a hunter quick, use a few spells, trap, maybe ensnare, maybe some poison damage, damage over time. Then I switch back to my warrior, the main character. I knock the shit out of him. Then I switch back to the assassin, maybe go behind him, the boss, give him some poison damage. It's very cool to have that, to have this multi-perspective on the fight. Like I got used to this from Genshin, from other games, but I also play Naraka, and I also play, for instance, Grand Blue Railing, in which you can't switch parties. You're locked to you can't switch characters in a party. You're locked to a character that you play, but the gameplay is so good that it doesn't matter. I don't even know the story in Railing. I don't give a shit about it. Who gives a fuck? I know it's something about this young girl with blue hair that she has this behemoth, this Bahamut, this dragon that's it's like her simp or something, and she doesn't. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. They have some arguments, and then we fight them, and then we find some other dragons, and the good guys win. Everything is okay. But I don't think that the company that made Cyan games, I don't think they give a shit about the story too much. They made some really nice characters, some really nice design. They put some nice gameplay combat in it, and they said, you know what, fuck it, let's build a story around this and make it an RPG. And it's a great RPG. I still playing it. It had more concurrent players than Veilguard, and don't get me wrong, I don't want Veilguard to fail, but I don't tolerate the shit slap in my face after playing Origins and Inquisition. I thought I will get a mature, an adult game that will copy the not copy, keep the vibe from Inquisition, for example, that dark, gritty vibe, and offer me, I can be a villain, I can be a trans, I can be a homosexual, I can be a straight guy, I can be a black man, I can be a white man. I have all these options, but I don't. You don't have them actually. So it's just you're non-binary, okay? So shut the fuck up. Just accept Ash, and that's it. That's all your only option. You need to accept Ash. I don't need to do anything. I don't even have to buy your game. I'm a free person. I don't owe BioWare or EA Games anything. I don't have to play their game. I don't have to keep it. I can refund it. For instance, Ubisoft is taking my games from my library directly without even giving me $10 or something. Here is $10. Let me take care of this shit. Because the Crew is not a game I will cry about. I finished the Crew. I pretty much synced about 300 hours in it. It wasn't a great car game. It was a good online game, but it wasn't a great car game. You know what? A great car game, arcadish. The most realistic arcadish car game you can play is Forza Horizon, which the last one is also shit, with Mexico and just driving on open fields and tree houses. Fuck that! It's like driving in Romania. I already have that. Thank you. They need the next Forza Horizon needs to be in New York or in China or somewhere really crowded. People like to. Do you know why Assetto Corsa is so popular? Because you have these mods when you can mod traffic. You can go in the highway loop in Tokyo, in Shibuya, not Shibuya. I don't know where it is. It's a big loop, highway loop, which you can master and you can enjoy. Not just driving around on open fields with barely any traffic. The game itself is good, but I'm drifting off. But the problem remains the same. If you don't make a game for the people that appreciate games for what they are, uh, then take another title, create another title for them, create a softer version for them. Don't take a title that already exists, because the only thing you did with this is take the Dragon Age name, take the work from these guys that worked previously on Dragon Age Origin and Inquisition, take a huge shit on it and sell it on the market. They can't follow the writing from Inquisition because it's too difficult for them. To continue that writing will mean that you have to write different scenarios for different decisions that will drastically change your game and the narrative, and they didn't have time for that. It's 10 years of development. It's too difficult. And $300 million, I don't know where these numbers are coming from, because Ghost of Tsushima was $60 million, and that game is fucking polished, bro. It's, if you haven't played it, then you should play it. If you're not being sent off, no, it's gonna, oh, whatever. So you get these games that cost $400 million, $500 million, $850 million that claims they claim Skull and Bones costed, but is kind of I don't know. I'm not a game expert. I only play games for 30 plus years, but Skull and Bones is not a game that is $850 million unless you are very bad at producing games, you're highly inefficient, your company sucks at making these games, you outsource most of the hard work, which, you know, if you outsource, if you have a studio and you outsource the hard labor, you won't get a good deal. Trust me, you won't get a good deal. It's like trying to sell a BMW 7 Series as new by buying it from BMW directly. You know, actually no, going to a dealership and pay $120,000 on it and say, oh, okay, I'm going to sell it for $180,000, the same fucking thing. And it's not even close comparison. It's just bad business. It's bad business because if you hire, I don't say, hey, don't hire gays or trans. Uh, there are trans people that have knowledge about games. There are people, there must be LGBT people that have a clue how to create a game, and that don't necessarily want to insert their agenda in it. For example, let's take an example when Tash is down with her mother. Yes, if you get that, if you get that in a game with a person, a non-binary person that had big trauma, had huge trouble with his parents. I don't know, has a strict dad, strict mom, and he came out, or she or he came out like this, and had a horrible backlash from it. It will only cause trauma. Let it as an option. Oh, I want to get into a non-binary discussion because I'm non-binary. I'm going to pick option 3 or option 2 or option 1. No, I'm straight. I want to go straight to the point and I want to fight and I want to save everybody. Or actually, no, I want to be a villain and I want to kill everybody, starting with Tash. And I want the whole world to fall to the blight and everything goes to shit. Okay, that's fine too. But it's difficult to write that. So people just, you know what, fuck it. Let's throw these gender stuff in it because we have a queeromancer at work. We have a director that has all the genders or none of them. I don't know what he is or she or whatever the fuck that is. That knows better than the whole team that made Dragon Age Inquisition, and just writes some retarded shit. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it's written. If the gameplay was good, I would have played it. I don't care about who's binary or not binary or they, she, he. I don't follow this. I follow the same language everybody else is speaking. Romanian first, then English. I hope I'm speaking the English that the rest of the English speaking people are speaking. I don't know if a person is they. When I learned English, they was more than one person, but I don't know what that means. I don't know why it's they when it's not he or she, or it doesn't have it. It could be it. It could be it because it's at least it's singular. But it's, very soulless to objectify somebody like that. So it's just mind blowing, man. It's, I don't know. I'm just a gamer in my 40s. I'm trying to play some games, and I just noticed that if I look around here, for example, let's have a look at this. Yeah, What do I play? I play Genshin, Zenless, Punishing, Ghost of Tsushima, Wuthering Waves, American Truck Simulator, Need for Speed Heat, which I don't know why it's still installed, uh, SnowRunner, and I think SnowRunner is a must-have. If you don't have SnowRunner, you don't know what you're talking about. Uh, and I have Grand Blue Railing, The First Descendant, Black Desert Online. I wanted to play it, but I haven't installed it yet. And of course, Naraka Blade Point, which I enjoy a lot. It's a battle royale. So I don't really play any Western games because Saber Interactive. I don't know if it's Western. I think it's European. It's something from Europe. Might be. I don't know what Saber Interactive. I don't know where it's from. But that's the idea. Chinese, Japanese, Korean people know how to make games because they played them. So it was so fucking funny for me when they criticized Stellar Blade and they said, "Oh my God, the person who designs Eve never seen a woman in its life," and they specified it's a guy, but it was a woman. It was actually the CEO's wife who designed Eve, and actually she was based on a real Korean model, which I mean, she looks, come on, she's out of this world. I mean, I would marry her in a second. I mean, would you like to? Yes, I would like to anything with you. I'm gonna throw myself in a river for you. You know, you can step all over me. Uh, she's mesmerizing. And imagine the slap on the face on the blue-haired whale that was screeching out of her lungs. Oh my God! The male gaze! They're gonna look at her ass, and they're not gonna look at me. Oh fuck! I just found a burger at the side of my mouth. Ah, they, oh, guys, look at me! Don't look at Eve. Where should I look at you? You're like the map of USA. Holy shit! I don't know where to look, and it's just fat everywhere. You know, and I don't even body shame. Just don't eat. What the fuck? I haven't seen any Somalian women really fat. You know, it's a lifestyle more than a problem. So they got mad at Stellar Blade because she's hot, because Eve is hot. Then it turned out it was designed by a woman, and it was based off a real woman. So that's another slap in the face for the wokies, and they didn't like that, so they are not promoting it. The first thing they asked Shift Up when they were, in a discussion about launching Stellar Blade is the misogynistic accusation they fabric that it should be illegal to talk shit like that. You can have your opinion. You can say whatever you want. That's the beauty of Twitter X that Elon Musk bought and gave us free media. Yes, everybody's entitled to an opinion, as harsh as it is, but don't invent shit. And wokies tend to do that. They invent shit. Even about Smash JT lately, they said, "Oh, he rents out his wife." What? How can you say that, bro? Who the fuck do you think you are to talk about a guy's wife like that? You need to come to East Europe, bro. You need to come here in Romania. Once you do that here, and you lose a few teeth, maybe get your legs broken, shit like that, then you will realize, oh my God, these are people with lives. These are people with family. These are people that I shouldn't talk such nonsense about them if it's 100%. Even if you hear about it, until you fact check it, even until you are 200% sure, then you can talk about it. Yeah, sure, this fucking guy rents out his wife. He's a cock holder. He likes to stroke himself when everybody's fucking his wife. Okay, he's a dick. And even if he is, it's his fucking business. And I think the LBGT people have a lot more shit going on, especially the Furies and the Furries, not the Furies, and the water sports people. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care. But to talk about that, to talk about people like that, to invent shit that he did that. Even Asmongold. Asmongold did that. No, Asmongold is a based World of Warcraft player. He's a fucking nerd. Me and my friends all played World of Warcraft from level 60. I wasn't on the servers in 2003, and when all just barons were there and Ogrimmar and shit. No, I started immediately before, almost at the same time when Burning Crusade was a thing and it got launched. So that's the thing with oh fuck, I have a phone call. Shit. That's the thing. I believe that Asmongold is entitled to an opinion as a gamer, and his personal opinion, everybody's entitled, but I believe Asmongold's opinion because he went through World of Warcraft in hardcore mode, as I did, as many of us did. He's an OG, he plays games for years, he knows what the fuck he's doing, he knows what to look at, he doesn't give a shit if a game is woke or not, he will play it if it has good gameplay. So all this nonsense, he's against woke. No, we're not against woke, we're against the slop that woke creates out of good titles and good games. Now, if you'll fucking excuse me for a second, I have a phone call with my dealer. Well, that was a brief discussion. Hmm. So, as I was saying, even Asmongold, everybody shits on Asmongold. Oh my god, he's so toxic. He does this, he does. No, I've been watching him for years. I'm almost 40 years old. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been in gaming for 30 years. Been playing from Street Fighter 1, from Mario, from Contra, from whatever the fuck game you. Prince of Persia 3D on Dreamcast. Mortal Kombat 3 with combos, Mortal Kombat 4, the first 3D, all that shit went through my hands. So I recognize when a guy knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to games. When it comes to games, not to politics, I don't give a shit about PC Gamer, Kotaku, all these fucking outlets. Not even IGN. IGN had a few trailers. It was fine with the trailers. Fuck off. Now you're all woke. Now you have your own game awards with sucking each other's off. Oh, which corporate dick to suck next? Well, you better start sucking them really quick because if they continue with this shit, these big ass corporations will lose a lot of money and a lot of investors, and they will say, you know what? The last 3 games you made are shit. They sold like shit, cost a shitload of money. I think I will go some other place. I just lost $1 billion with you, and that's gonna be the problem. Not the outlets, not the toxic gamers. By the way, the same toxic gamers you shit on are the same people you're asking money. I'm just saying, maybe you didn't realize. But if I do this at my job and shit on my customers, basically on everybody that likes cars or drives them, then what? Who I'm gonna sell the cars to? People with no license? Hey, you want a car? I don't have a license. Why don't you have a license, you fucking bigot? You know, you can't live like that. Eventually it will run out, and Trump will make sure it will run out faster because this is nonsense. It's not against you personally. It's not against trans people. It's not against homosexuals. It's not against anyone. It's just not the place to virtual signal. If you want to virtual signal, write a book. I'm sure BioWare has a lot of good writers. They can figure out the fucking book, as shown in Velgard. They can make a book. If you want to read it, read it. You know what you're getting into. But don't sell this front cover with dragons and shit. Offer me 1.5, at least. It was 1 hour of good gameplay. And then after that hour, it was just horrible. It was just a very weak game. At least Grand Blue Fantasy Relink hooked me with the gameplay. I really like the gameplay. Very good gameplay. I'm still playing it after a year. It's still there. Why aren't I playing Vanguard again? Why am I playing these gacha games? Why am I playing phone games on my PC? Because they're good, because they have compelling characters, because they have good combat. I don't play Western shit. I don't play Vanguard. Why should I play Vanguard? I can finish it with one hand. I put everything on my mouse on 6 buttons, and I finish the fucking game. I'm not saying that Wuthering Waves is difficult, or Genshin. I'm just saying that those are entertaining to, you know, turn off your brain and just have some fun. If you want skill ceiling and shit, you play Naraka. You play, I don't know, if you want shooting, you play First Ascendant. You want PvP, you play Apex Legends, you play Naraka, you play PUBG, you play Valorant. You have a lot of options. Why should I bother with a woke slap? Why should I bother with Unknown 9 Awakening? What the fuck of a name is that? Who names a game like that? Unknown 9 Awakening. Wow, I don't want to play it. Even Forspoken was a much better name, a much better action. At least, well, it was Square Enix. Square Enix before stepping in shit. No, it was Square Enix while stepping in shit. That's when all the shit started dragging behind them with Forspoken. What a piece of shit of a game. I couldn't even find it the pirate version of it. Nobody bothered pirating that crap. Eventually it got on the fucking platforms. Oh, okay, somebody pirated it, still not gonna play it. Still not gonna see it. Fuck it. I don't wanna play it. And not even because the gameplay wasn't great, but the dialogue was horrible. You know a good game that with a female protagonist? Tomb Raider, Control. Most of Japanese and Asian games in general are with hot wives. So what's the problem? Well, why is this not allowed? Why are we having problems with this? Why is she not good? She's not good, huh? Why? You see this? You literally go to the beach and see this much more detailed, and there are even topless women at the beach. Do these Wokies ever been to a beach? Of course they don't look like this. Some of them do. Some of them, you should come to Romania and see some of the beaches we have here. They look insanely good. No wonder it's full of Arabs here. Holy shit. It's ridiculous because I want to look at this. I want to look at this. Even if it's a guy, I want to look at this. Look, it's Final Fantasy all over. Why would I look at Concord when I have this guy? I have this guy. I have this guy. I have this. So if you have this, why would you bother with garbage? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how it costs so many millions of dollars to create garbage. Genshin Impact costed $200 million, full development, but that's a game that works in an open world on a phone, and that's hard to develop. To go to run on any phone almost, and on PC and on PlayStation, and it's brought a lot of money. That game made Hoyoverse almost $7 billion since its release. So I'm not sure where these devs are getting their information from, or what kind of seminars they made. But if you want to talk about gaming profits, you look at the big dogs. Even EA Games made $2 billion with Apex Legends in the first year, I think, or the first 2 years. And well, we're going back to basics now. We suck at making content, so we're bringing level 1 again. I don't want to be level 1. I want Apex. Oh, Camellia, stop it. Stop it, you. Stop arousing me. What the fuck? I'm trying to talk. So, instead of going forward and enhancing the gameplay, oh, we're going back to basics. So does Overwatch 2. Instead of an expansion with PvE, yeah, we're going back to basics. That's what we do. That's everything we can do is going back to hey, you still got those files from 5 years ago? Well, better install them back. We're going back with this one. We got no more ideas. All our ideas are woke and they don't sell. Look at Star Wars. Look at Concord. Sony is still bleeding from its asshole with Concord, unfortunately, because I'm a big Sony fan. I really like Sony. I only had one Xbox in my life, and that was the Xbox X, the X series, which sucked. It wasn't even close to PlayStation 3, which was older. So it's only been PlayStation for me. I didn't buy 5 because I have a gaming PC. I always had a gaming PC besides the console. I play shooters, so it's very difficult to play shooters for me on a controller. I want to kill myself when I do that. I don't have the dexterity for it. So I respect Sony, but the decisions they made, it's all because of Sony California. Only in California you can find mentally challenged people that look at Concord and said, "Oh, yeah, this is the next over, bro, come here. Yeah, this is the next Fortnite. Look at this. We got a fat dude. We got Thanos from Wish. We got a guy that's not actually it's not white. He's Hispanic and he's gay. We got a bossy Asian black woman that knows everything, and she's non-binary, by the way. She doesn't believe in cocks or in vaginas. She doesn't use any of them. And the gameplay is like Overwatch, but on bigger maps, less quality, less shooting, and less everything. How would you like to pay $40 on it when all the competition is free? I mean, you don't have to be a gaming expert to see the fail in that. You just look at the fucking poster banner and say, oh, okay, I don't want to get involved with this. I knew about Concord way before the drama. I said, oh, okay, let's see. It's a show. It's not for me. Fuck it. And I'm a Overwatch veteran. I played Overwatch well about 3,000 hours only with Genshin. With Genshin, my ass, with Genji. Only with Genji I have 3,000 hours. More than I played Apex Legends, I played with Genji. And that game and even the character got nerfed and the game went to shit. They changed mod. I paid $60 for Overwatch 1 and they took it away from me and gave me this, I don't know what the fuck it is, this costume skin store that Overwatch 2 is. Okay, too much ranting. Fuck it, I'm gonna play some games. I'm watching Endymion, I watch Doctor Disaster, I watch a few, like Asmongold, and I get so hyped up about this because uh, I know what you can make with that kind of money, with 300, 200 million dollars, and it's certainly not Star Wars Outlaws or any kind of garbage they shit out in the last years. 2024 was by far the worst year for AAA, especially for Ubisoft. I mean, how much, how further can you go? They recently admitted that their game is the most horrible thing they've seen in their life. If you say that about the game, why the fuck do you make it? Why do you think that out of pity? Oh, okay, let's get the collector's edition. These guys need money. No, man. If I want to make a donation, I take all my old clothes and bring it to the homeless people or to a child shelter or something, or donate that are really needy. Not some corporate motherfuckers that started fucking trannies and now they're into they're having these they probably have these puff daddy freakouts with transgender and they I'm gonna make you a writer, I'm gonna make you. That's the only explanation I have. To take a title of this magnitude and to push it in the shithole while spending a lot of money, while spending a lot of time, and knowing they knew way before the release that the game sucks. Why even release it? Why do you want negative heat on your company and then wonder that I can sell a fucking game for shit? Well, you can't, because if I go to the store and steal every time I go, next time the store will be closed for me especially. Exactly that's what happened with the wallets of the gamers. It will be closed, especially for BioWare, especially for EA Games, especially for Ubisoft, because you shit on my face while I was trying to buy your game. While I was trying to tell you, hey, I don't like this. This is not for us. If you want to make a Dragon Age game, make it like the rest. Make a continuality. People love the games for the story. They want to continue that story. They don't want to throw that story into garbage just for you to make a to tell your mother that you're non-binary. I don't give a shit about that. We're talking dragons here. They can snap their fingers and change their gender. They don't have to have transgender scars. Are you stupid? Haven't you read the lore? What are you writing about? This is not a home essay about how do you get along with your mother. The fuck? It's a product. It's a product like any other product. If Mercedes-Benz tomorrow makes the shittiest car in the world and call it S-Class, they will lose fucking money. People are not going to buy it. People are going to boycott them. People are going to fuck them. Especially if they charge $1 million on it. But that's the difference between a car and a game. A game can be $40 and be fucking amazing. A new car that costs $12,000, it won't be amazing no matter what. But the $200,000 car will be amazing. And you get, but the difference is, a shitty game has no use for a gamer. But a shitty car has a use as a car, because it brings you from A to B, so you don't lose value. You just bought a cheaper version of the same thing. I don't need a cheaper version of a gameplay. If I have a hobby and I lose all my day playing video games, then I want to play the most quality video games I can get. And those are not coming from the Western devs. Those are coming from Korea, from Japan, from China. Unfortunately for them, they can't compete with them. That's why they are not in the awards. Because nobody in his right mind will say, wow, what is this? This is Velgard. It's a very cartoony Fortnite-looking gay fest. Oh, okay, so it's like a game with the dragons. No, it's actually just with one chick telling everyone she's non-binary, and another chick telling everyone to do 10 push-ups. Oh, okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is Stellar Blade. Holy shit, it looks amazing. Wow, this chick looks hot. Wow, the combat is fucking insane. Oh, what is this? This is Wukong. Oh my god, looks fucking insane. Is this the Chinese culture and mythology respected to a dot? Yes. The gameplay looks awesome. Everything looks awesome. I played it. I want to play it again. It has replay, especially that you need to unlock those fucking things every time you finish the game. And that's the only thing I don't like about Wukong. You need to finish the game several times to be maxed out. Fuck you. But I will finish it. Don't worry about that. So, you can't put these games in the same stew with the rest. That like Dustborn and Concord and Velgar. You can't compete with the Asians. Are you crazy? They're actually doing quality stuff with the Unreal 5 engine. Look at Wuchang. Look at Phantom Blade. There are plenty of games coming out. There is no reason to buy a shitty game. There is no reason to spend money to promote this. I don't want people to get fired. I don't want the LBGT to have no word or saying in the gaming industry. But this is definitely not the way to do it. For example, I always think that a game should be made out of the gameplay. You invent this gameplay, you invent this combat, you think it's awesome. You have these characters that do certain things, and you build a story around that. You gave a 3-hour story and the rest gameplay and killing and bossing and stuff like that, raiding and parties. World of Warcraft had all the elements. It had the gameplay, it had the social, it had the world, it had the story, it had risk, it had suspense. It was fucking amazing. But that's one every 50 years, one every 100 years. You get a game like World of Warcraft from passionate people like Grumps, like the people who worked on it. That's the people. For instance, let's take a car. Yeah, that's my domain, a car. Would you like to buy a car that was manufactured by people who know and have experienced for years how to build proper performant cars? Or do you want some activists that never ever hold a screwdriver in their hand to build your next car? And these, like Jason, that the journalist Jason Schreier, that fucking clown, he hates white men. Just because you're an ugly white man with the most unfortunate genetic configuration, that doesn't mean every one of us are. Some of us are hot. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm sure your wife knows. So you take these imbeciles and ask them, what are you talking about? What is the narrative here? We are talking about bad gameplay. You're talking about Nazis and bigots and white privilege while being white yourself. What are you talking about? And at the end of the day, you don't even like games. You don't even like Velgard. You just promote it for what? For EA Games to lose money? I thought you were sucking corporate dick. Now you go against it. Because every time you use toxic positivity to promote something, you say to a guy that does the worst fucking job in the world, you say, you know what? That's fucking amazing. That's great. That guy will not improve. They will say, everybody else is a moron. My boss and this guy knows the best. They say I'm doing a great job. Fuck the rest. Of course, it's gonna hype him up against everyone else who calls him out for his lame work. Of course, he's gonna do that because people he admires, or people that are his boss or her boss, tells them, "Oh, you did an amazing job. This is great. Let's put it on sale." But it's not. And when it's not, there is no room for improvement. They will never improve. You need to take these activists and show them proper training. Show them how to make a proper game before letting them handle things like Assassin's Creed and Dragon Age. It's like giving a toddler, hey, you want to draw this new building we want to build? It's like has like 110 floors and it's very risky. It will fall to a side if not properly made. You know, you can't give that to a toddler because this is what they are. They have no fucking idea what a game is. They don't care about games. They just, let's make a game quick so I can put this line in it. Oh, I'm non-binary. Oh, feel so sorry for you. Oh, what am I supposed to feel as a gamer? Because when we game, we don't have gender. When we game, we don't have politics. When we game, we are when I game, I'm this chick. I'm this chick. I'm Camellia. I want to be Camellia. But I don't want to be Camellia because she's a woman. I want to be Camellia because she does stuff like this, which I can't do in real life. And some people, including myself, like to watch beautiful women. I watch them in real life because I'm from Romania and I'm blessed. There are full of hot women in Romania. Of course, it's not all over the place, but 8 out of 10 women are attractive, if not hot. That's one thing. And the other thing is, why would I want to watch a fat chick do this? They can't do it. They can't. They're too fat. They can't even do this. Because if they would do this, they wouldn't be fat. Now imagine that. Imagine a fat chick running in first descendant 400% dungeons all fucking day. There's no way she's not gonna have a heart attack if she's 200 pounds. So this is the point. It's not even. It's just pandering to a class of people that is already depressed, that already has mind problems. They don't feel well. They didn't feel well in their skin when they, went to being transgender. When they transitioned, they weren't in their, they haven't felt well. And now you're bringing this up again. And now we're talking about this again. Why are we talking about transgender? Why? We're playing games. Just play the fucking game. I played For Honor for 1,500 hours and nobody asked me what my pronouns are. We just fought. I played thousands of Call of Duty matches and I never just... Of course you get the usual chat from Call of Duty, which is mostly regarding your mother, but I never, maybe I was called a fag a few times. But nobody said, hey, what's your pronoun? Hey, what's your gender? Why, you wanna fuck me? Why would you ask me your gender? Why did you ask me my gender? Isn't it obvious that I'm a guy? What are we talking about? Well, it's what you identify. Well, it doesn't matter what I identify. Right now, I'm a soldier in Call of Duty. I wanna shoot you. That's all. It's just a game. It's a hobby for most of us. For me, playing 30 plus years games from Pong to Mario to everything in between and to the latest games, to be honest, I couldn't give a shit less what a Camellia's. I really like Camellia, for example. She has a nice design. She's very hot. I couldn't give a shit less if she's a lesbian or not, or if she's straight or not. So instead of focusing on things that don't matter, why don't you focus on graphics, gameplay? Maybe the urinalists will learn to actually play some games eventually if you focus on that. But I don't know. Let's play some games. Enough talking. Oh, I need to kill this fucker again. Make it quick. Opa. No parry! Holy shit. What? Great. Oh my god, HP ata, bă, ăsta e nebun la cap, numai ăsta îmi dă. I've been farming it yesterday all fucking day. Not actually all day, but still haven't get one crit rate. Jesus Christ. Camellia, I'm so sorry. They really need to add some bikini skins, you know. Wuthering Waves Beach Edition. I can't kill the birdie. But this ball is going down. Oh. Can I stroke the dog? Yo. Wouldn't mind living in this world. The male gaze happening. The male gaze is manifesting right now. Oh no. A fit woman. She's not even overly sexualized. I bet there are hundreds of women dressed like this, similarly like this in Japan, in even in America. You know, those that they don't wait like 3 out buses. This fucker better give me some crit rate. Yeah, she's a lot like Karemina from PGR and like Bambinata. Ore. Don't hit Camellia, she's gonna get mad. I love this. Boing. Oh. We got mad. Nope. Oira Shinderu. Defense. Yes! Yes! Defense. Futu-ți marea mătii. Fuck. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm leveling her up, yes. I need you. I wanna play her because she's dual blade and I like dual blades. Basic ring, bang bang. Yeah, I need more. Fuck. No more energon. Shit. Time for the next maintenance of waifu. Yanagi. Let's listen to Endymion.
TV shows were low effort trash because every show back then was trying to be as politically correct as possible. Every show was about happy families.
Yeah.
Always trying to paint a perfect picture, always being careful not to talk about anything that could be in the slightest controversial. Then The Simpsons and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air dropped, and that stuff suddenly felt radical because every now and then, the writers on these shows dared to approach subjects that were real. And whenever they tried that, it resulted in episodes that were memorable. I like to think it's because the writers managed to put some of their own experiences in there. Yeah. Then in the late 90s, The Sopranos dropped, and suddenly it was clear that
oh my god, Sopranos was so good!
That the episodic format could actually be used to give even more insight into characters, their trials and tribulations. And it kept going from that point on. We saw more and more TV shows that delivered excellent drama, like The Wire, Breaking Bad, etc. Looking at games now, it's clear to see that we're apparently moving back to the Stone Age of political correctness. I just watched a Dragon Age playthrough, and it's quite unfathomable how infantile and terrible the writing is. Everything feels sanitized and dehumanized. I don't know why we're suddenly thinking that this is okay. Your job as a writer is to write about things that are heartfelt, interesting, and true. To draw people into that world that you created. And if this is the best that you can come up with, you shouldn't be a writer in the first place.
They are not writers.
I hate to sound so harsh because I'm sure these people had the best intentions in mind, but this is what happens when art is created by amateurs. When we have to walk on eggshells and don't dare to approach difficult subjects, you end up with a bland and bad product instead of art. Always approach writing from a human angle first. Draw from your own experiences and dare to approach subjects that might seem risky. Because often magic happens when we're okay with making ourselves vulnerable. End quote. And I agree with Thomas Mahler here 100%. I could feel the leash on BioWare being pulled the entire time I played the game myself. Yet people like Nathan Grayson at Aftermath, they truly believe that Veilguard, that should be the future of entertainment across the board. Completely sanitized, no edgy content at all, that just shoves agendas down your throat like white men bad, everybody else good 100% of the time. And then if you step out of line, you're a bigot, a racist, and the problem, instead of coming to terms with the fact that we as a people, as an industry, have very evidently lost the plot completely these past few years and then some. Why do you think that the best performing games of this year are full of violence and epicness? Helldivers, Space Marine, hell even Black Myth Wukong. Games that dared to show things or say things that other games these days aren't willing to do. And instead of celebrating Space Marine or Black Myth, they attacked them, called them games that appeal to conservatives. At one point, they made a video like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago about how Rock Paper Shotgun released an article that was titled "Why Play a Fascist? Unpacking the Hideousness of the Space Marine." And that article, and this way of thinking that everyone I disagree with is a fascist or racist and everything I like is objectively good and should become the norm, is why this industry is dying. Even IGN recently had an article titled "The Blockbuster Game Bubble Has Burst." And then they unironically put Concord and Suicide Squad in the main image too, proving exactly that they don't know what they're talking about. Blockbuster games are selling aplenty this year. Black Ops 6 had the biggest release in COD history. Space Marine 2 broke 4.5 million copies. Helldivers 2 has likely crossed over 10 million at this point. It was at like 8 or 8.5 million just a few months ago. Then you got stuff that also did really well. Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Metaphor Revamp Kizo, Persona 3 Reload.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Yes, very good game, very good game. Thank you, Endymion.
Recently, Dragon Quest III Remake is like sold out all across Japan, for example. You have Black Myth Wukong. Should I even keep going? Funny enough, all the games that did the best this year are either a very small handful of Western games or the overwhelming amount of
Yeah,
Asian
because
made
they're all
games.
bigots.
So the only bubble that has burst is the liberal talking points within these games. Concord had pronouns, diversity, and zero white characters, and it brought nothing new to the table in terms of being a multiplayer FPS. And now Firewalk and Concord are dead for good reason. Suicide Squad lost $200 million and then some and ruined the entire Arkham franchise, while also making all the women amazing and all the guys idiots on purpose. Flops big time, no surprise there at all. It's like I always say, these websites, whether it's IGN, Rock Paper Shotgun, or this Aftermath, they never actually tell you why things are the way they are. You can say that Dragon Age Veilguard failed because it pushed agenda and had tons of stupid identity politics in it and sanitized everything and ruined the lore before it.
Yes.
And these websites will go, was it released at the wrong time? Is it YouTubers' fault? Has
YouTuber,
the
yeah,
blockbuster
YouTuber.
bubble truly burst for good?
Best
I
YouTubers.
guarantee you, had Veilguard been like Origins, we're talking dark mature themes, gore, lots of taboo topics like previous games, and had actual player choice, we would have seen likely the biggest game of the year, apart from maybe Helldivers or Black Ops 6, and I mean that. And then these websites like Aftermath with their podcasts will try to say, surely these games are failing because of YouTube chuds running hate campaigns, right? You dummies. It's because you and the people you align with keep making content for nobody. Like, how
Fucking
stupid can y'all
stupid.
really be? If you're selling something and nobody is buying it, you can't think that it's the customer's fault. Come on. Oh, nobody wants to buy my pizza. These customers must be racist. Never
course.
mind the fact that the only flavors of pizza I have are things that nobody wants. Like, I don't know, salmon on a pizza, or I have like rat meat on it or something gross. You can't be serious, guys. You can't blame customers for not wanting to buy your objectively bad products if you keep giving people bad things on offer. Like, just look at how these guys think on that Aftermath website. Here's one of the things the co-host Luke said. Right, and that doesn't include English-speaking people in Europe and the rest of the Anglosphere. I don't think it's something to be worried about as a discourse-shaping trend. It's more just a bummer for that type of content on that type of medium. It's going to go on its own journey, and during that time, people are going to be put off it. People might stop watching that kind of content and look somewhere else. They might look on TikTok or on blogs like Aftermath.com site. Bro, nobody is going to come to Aftermath.com
No.
or YouTube in 5 years or 10.
No.
You guys likely, you won't even exist in 10 years. This is the kind of crap that you're spewing. Let's be real.
No.
Then Luke says, in terms of Asmongold's reach on Dragon Age, and by the way, this article was published right before Trump was elected as president. So these guys still
They're gonna delete
believed
it.
that they were the majority. Just listen to this. Obviously, the political situation in the United States shows that lots of people can, if they're subjected to long and hard enough, but on a global basis, on a normal person basis, a lot of people will eventually be like, I think this guy's weird, or who cares? It's Dragon Age, but not everything has to be serious and a political judgment. I'm more optimistic than others regarding that stuff, but it's more of a YouTube problem than a societal problem. They need to sort that out. So what do you want to do at Aftermath.com? Essentially, everybody that needed to be replaced. All of these things they all the same. My points are better than yours. I was able to be heard. You should all be more predictive about nonsense. You're a fascist, racist, bigot. These people are trying the world is changing for the better right now. America is finally being led by actual patriots who genuinely care about the people of their country. Those idiots, these are stupid because they're realizing that nobody has the sense of Gamergate 2 has absolutely put me. They will try their damnedest. Dude, I can't wait for Gamergate. It's going to be so cringe. I can't wait for the presenters to use the award show to spew their political biases on stage. By the way, when the Game Awards happens, I will be live streaming so that we can all laugh together. But this is the absolute state of the industry right now. Dragon Age fails. It's just YouTubers' fault, apparently. It's everyone except the people who took 10 years to make the game that they made. There are so many clowns in the gaming industry.
When I take
that
a
they
shit,
should
it
all
only
get
takes
together
5 minutes.
And just open a circus at this point. At least then they'll stay employed longer than they will if they cling to these dead websites that nobody listens to or watches at all. The legacy media is going to die for a reason. They will They're all fake. They're all spewing misinformation and calling down to the players, customers, and people, calling them everything. You truly believe your politics and position are the right way. Now you're finding out that your opinions and positions are worth less than you thought you were. The way forward is to keep trying all you want to reach and fix yourself, and ultimately, you're good as yourself. If you want someone to play, get up and take it away. Long and hard. What you're doing, what you said, and how you've been abandoned by the general audience for being absolute morons. No one's dying but your own. And Dragon Age Guild sucks, so just go play forward with your friends. Thank you for watching. Subscribe,
I have watched enough cop programs. I am not stupid.
I ain't gonna hurt you.
Fuck is this? Got into the black side of YouTube, oh shit. Nu-i din joc, aparent. Apparently he has good music. Încă de 2 ori, cred. Guys, you're fucking users. I'm gonna tell Lucy. Japanese Jinx. No Yanagi left yet. Bury that boy. Hans! Bring Dudas! Flammenwerfen! Fuck is this? Crit rate defense anomaly. As long as the enemy combat is oh, or Yanagi is perfect. Mai Yanagi îmi trebuie. Eu sper să facă Trump ceva cu America asta, boss, că e... Media de acolo is just fucking horrible. So bad, holy shit. Not gonna do this. O mai iau de așa iurea până la... Onegaishimasu. Hai mă să mai dăm o dată cu ăsta de pământ. Vedem, poate pică ceva mai bun. Ure. Cred că fiecare element o să aibă câte un anomaly, un DPS, un tot așa o să dea ca un game. Că nu e așa de mult based pe fizic, pe elemente ca și Genshin. What the fuck? Nope. Oh, jiggle physics! Home run și, cum zice, home run desu, da. This is a home run. Căcat. Defense căcat. Oh, fuck, so bad. No. No, sunt făcute în China, boss. De unde știu? Pentru că scrie pe ele în pula mea, făcute în China, ești handicapat. Proveniența nu e un secret de stat. Nu-ți dă nimeni în cap. Întrebi unde a fost făcut. E dreptul tău ca și client, să știi, nu? Unde a fost? Oh, nu spun. Cum nu spui? Ești nebun? Why are you running? Rompa, rompa. Bun. That takes care of one little piggy. Hai să dăm shot asta. I have a feeling I get a terminus weapon. A feeling about it. I kill the proto Bahamut fast. Dum 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 dum. Păi nu, dar așa era în cinematicile lui Raiden Shogun, dacă te uiți pe la Genshin lor, are câteva scene în care o arată din trecut, cu mult înainte de Inazuma, de palatul Inazuma, în care arată ca și tipa din gen cu corne, red horns, Oni style. They really should add skins to this game. I would buy them, no problem. Especially on Narmaya. I need more skins on Narmaya. She has so many skins in the versus, and the other games they make. I don't know I don't play other games from side game. I probably should. I like fighter games, but no time. Oh, dacă vrei să sugi, nu mai sugi așa, nu mai. Ok. Credem aici, trebuie ceva. Silver Centrum, două, cred că îmi dă Bahamut, două. Fac pe Sandalphon! Hai să te văd dacă știi anime. De unde, în ce anime recent, care ai văzut în ultimii 8-10 ani, a fost o entitate cu numele Sandalphon? Un obiect, să te ajut, un obiect. Da, mă gândeam că știi. Da, da. So, the name Sandalphon is pretty popular in anime, even in Data Live. There was a scene where Toka used Sandalphon to enhance her greatsword and to basically obliterate what's her name, the white hair chick, Origami. Origami. Okay. Time for you to drop that terminus weapon, you know, for Sandalphon. Mai vrei? Da, mai are biluțe. Nice. Come on. Let me bash your head. Terminus weapon, I say. Meow. 2 million. Boom. Oh, fuck. No, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. If I don't get the balls, you don't get the balls. Come on. Stop fucking about. Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, the most powerful and most useless AoE in the game. Oh no, I'm just gonna move over here. In World of Warcraft there was a problem with that. I don't believe it. It's time. Whoa. Didn't dodge it. I didn't dodge it. Fuck's sake. Oh god. Come on, Sandalphon. Faster. No, zi și mie cum o lovit ăsta. Cum dracu m-a lovit? Dreaptă mică. Ia un Setsuna. Mai ia un Setsuna. Bucăți îl fac pe asta până se ridică-i bucăți. Oh, îi dă și ăsta, te-a dat și friz. Oh, ce păcat. Te cred că a intrat în faza a doua. Mamă, ce i-o dat. Catarina, fuck sake. Păi trebuie să-ți level un caracter, boss, nu merge să le ai PTT. Unul măcar de boost. Ține-mă în brațe, Sandalphon. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Iară, bine. Tragi în ele, boule. Bă, ești prost? Dracu, dacă nu fac eu damage, tu nu faci, bă, Sandalphon. Să-ți vin eu să te salvez iară pula mea de OP. Mă arată în arma aia. Cred că îmi țin ultimata la final. Lightning Eradication, nu, asta n-am mai auzit de mult. Ah, ai luat-o. Du-te numai. Oh, am prins și asta de ultimată, la revedere. Bum. Sengetsu. Sandalphon Terminus Weapon sau Twain. Oricare e ok. Nu mă fă să încep de la începutul ăsta, că am făcut de 100 de ori. Divinity Shackle. Un căcat de damage cap, ăla interesant. Nici un Terminus Weapon. No fucking Terminus Weapon. Așa-i. Bă, deci... I didn't negate all the balls. Cred că de-aia n-am primit. Ba, tu-ți marea mătii. Asta mi-i treabă. Da, că am primit wave-ul ăla de AOE, da, de-aia. Vedem. Damage cap. Vedem cu ce l-am perecheat. What the fuck is this? Damage cap, damage cap. Uite-l. Auto revive, nu era ăsta. Da. Not gonna level it though. Așa. N-am primit centru. Botul e mare, mă. Da, unde centrul ăsta? Hai mă, să-i dăm măcar un... Nu știu, dacă tot am intrat în joc, vreau să-l pun pe Sandalphon în picioare. Stai așa. Silver centru, care îmi dă? Nu stau după Lucius, nici nu l-am terminat încă. Id, Maglele, Galanța, Vulcan, Vola. Care-i fast? No. Care îmi dă și... ăsta ar trebui să-mi dea, că e 3 boss. Dacă nici ăsta nu-mi dă Silver Centrum, nu-mi dă nimic, ăsta îmi dă și knick-knack. Cum ce faci cu ele? Vouchere, boss, să-ți faci transmute la sigil. N-ai cum să ai mii pentru că se cap out la 900. Așa că dacă n-ai transmute, ai pierdut 1.000.000 de sigilii. Gălă, găgă. Mâine 12 grade, super. Fii atent, cu spatele. Odat mı? Odat setsuna. Dar nu e stun, mă, nenorocitule, nu e stun. Acum au luat, puțui marea lui. No, no, băga prea tare. Te-ai văzut toți. Dacă vin peste tine în casă. Da, la mine în particular, nu, hai că mă dăm. Trecut până amândoi, Vana. Fac, n-am văzut. Care e unul bilu... Da, pe care ai dat? A, pe ăsta, bun. Ce dodge am dat, deci nebun. Ăsta pleacă, ăsta... Unul din ei a plecat deja. Ah! Mort. Mort. Pula mea nu-mi dă silver centru, pentru ce dracu îmi zice că e quest de genul dacă nu va... Da, mi-e foame. Yeah. Da. Food time, brâbă.